don't you look at me? I've tried to be as open as I can. Why don't you look at me? I've tried to be as open as I can. Why don't you look at me? I'm tired of being the invisible man. The invisible man. Oh, the invisible man.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Invisible Man. My name is Mark David Stallard. Chap in the middle is Ryan. His middle name is also David, but he doesn't use it even though he should. How you doing, Brian?
And together we comprise a band called It's All in the Mind. We will one day actually be able to do that in person and do that shtick. We promise you. But until then, that's the best we're going to have to get.
Yes, indeed. And of course, thank you so much for everybody for joining us, for your patience there. That very slight false start. I nudged my mouse by mistake. Anyhow, most of you probably didn't even notice.
The funny thing is, we were just talking about false starts, like literally 2 minutes before we started the stream. And we were talking, and it was me who was reflecting on how I've made false starts and started songs too fast and started them in the wrong key.
And maybe we can come back to that. Maybe we can come back to that one a little bit later in the show, actually, because it's always a lot of fun, that one. So thank you for joining us. Please like the stream, share it. The more people that are in the audience the more fun it is for everybody. He's kind of sitting there all quiet, and we want to give him some room to breathe. So let's introduce you to our guest. So our guest today.
2 minutes. Wait, no, that's 2 minutes. He sat quiet and not said a word. 2 full minutes.
Okay.
Well done, Adam. I'm impressed.
Okay. All right. Let's. Okay, so our guest puts Adam in the Hellcats, a rock and roll circus sensation from Bristol, UK. They have been really productive over the past couple of months, including the release of a single and video, Bending the Knee, which we are going to watch later in the show. He also hosts a show with Mark David Stallard, me, called Welcome to the Madhouse, which is a distinctively British rock and roll hangouts every Wednesday. So without further ado, Adam, welcome to the show. Welcome back.
What's going on, man? Good to be back.
Yeah. It seems like
at least I don't have to deal with the tech for this one, and I can just sit here and chat.
There you go.
Yeah, welcome to the Madhouse.
When we, in fact, when we're promoting the show, like minutes before we go into the show, or a good 10 or 15 minutes, we're always usually sharing and trying to get as much hype out as possible. And I was thinking in my head, well, Adams, this is at least the third time you've been on the show.
Yeah,
right?
this is
going to be a bit of a regular. So I'm thinking, well, what can I do? And immediately my mind goes to Eminem and his Guess Who's Back. Back again. Feasey's back. Tell your friend. That was my.
This looks like a job for me. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I think we've probably gone far enough before we worry about the algorithms trying to nail some pudgy white guy for rapping. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Oh,
okay, I just want to call out the audience there. So we've just want to say that we're going to try and take a little bit more of a relaxed show. So we really would like your input. So if you've got questions, comments, you'd like to join in with the conversation here, please let's get those questions coming. You can ask. Obviously, our guest Adam is the centre of attention today. But if you've got something for me and Ryan, that's cool too. So we'll start there. So first, actually, are there any questions? Yeah, okay, we're looking good. We'll call out the actual individuals in a little bit. Question for Adam though. I know you've been busy for the last few months with the Hellcats and other stuff. What the hell have you been doing?
Just a little bit. Mostly everything's been going towards finishing our debut album, Claws Out. Obviously, your viewers heard bits of that the first time me and Kywin came on the show. But at the time, I was in charge of all the production for it. But then I wasn't quite liking what I was hearing. I felt like I was overthinking production on my own tunes, And then got to give a shout out to my boy Alex Wayne, who decided he was going to take it on. And we're only a couple of tracks ready from release ready. So it's all taking shape, and obviously a lot of video content. Some of you guys have seen our live stream performances. I just want to say, seriously, everyone who's watching, thank you for all the support. Like, so many people have really been feeling what we're doing, and it's a strange sensation after doing the whole Adam and the Hellcats thing for nearly 10 years. It's only in the past couple of years that people have really started to feel it, you know. Like, I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, it's a very weird feeling, but it by no means a bad one.
Right. Yeah. So you've got lots planned for the future, I would imagine. Any little tidbits or any little hints about what's to come?
Well, as I said, the album Claws Out will hopefully be out by the early summer this year. I'm not going to put a release date on it right now because there's so many moving parts to releasing a record these days. One thing I can tell you for the UK viewers is pretty soon we're going to be doing a deal with a company called Cargo Records to get the album distributed in the HMV record chain. That's going to be about 40 stores nationwide, I believe.
Okay.
For viewers your side of the pond, of course, they'll also be able to get it on the Cargo Records website, and it'll be on Amazon Music if you're more the kind of person that likes the physical CD, you know. Obviously, obviously, like, the downloads are all still gonna be available, usual stuff. We're doing a load more videos. I've actually just taken a break from doing a video for a song that you guys haven't heard yet to
nice.
Come and do this today. So
excellent. And this
it's
is
a bit mental, really.
Yeah, this is more important than you working on your songs, for sure.
Oh yeah, of course, mate, of course.
Here we go. Ryan, do you have anything?
I've been. We have a very active chat group going on today, so we'll just say hello to everybody in the chat room. A comment from Adam or from Tony Feasey. Adam, quiet. Took 30 years. 30 years.
That's my dad.
And Zoe Bruce asked, "How did you keep him for so long? Keep him quiet for so long? It's a mystery. We're not quite sure. I think he was enthralled with my tales, thinking, oh man, how did a professional musician ever start a song too fast or slide into the wrong key and continue for up into a chorus before that happened? I think the gears were just turning. He's like, how did that happen?
Now I have a theory. Maybe you put him to sleep.
Possible. It's possible. He's like, oh man.
Well, you what? Sorry.
Oh, we're live. Oh, yeah.
Oh God! Apparently, Tony's now threatening to release my school photo again. You already did that.
Yes,
this morning,
do that. I haven't
man.
seen
It's
it.
not happening. No, stop it. Stop it.
I would offer to pay, but I don't know what the exchange rate between the pound and the Canadian dollar is, and all my money might equal £2. So, sorry, I can't influence you one way or the other.
Not
So.
quite that bad, but yes.
A good drummer, but bane of my life, man. Trust me. He's the only person in band I'll let chat to me that way, I tell you. Like, and usually I threaten to pick up his own cymbal and slap him around the head with it.
Now that would be a good. You know what? We're talking that I should come host or come in as a guest host on Welcome to the Madhouse.
Yeah.
That should happen on Welcome to the Madhouse. I will. You get that set up, Adam. I will come and I will host that. That's what we'll get.
Yeah, going. No, I tell you, the Welcome to the Madhouse thing's been, well, frankly, mad since we started it.
And it's in the house.
Well, yeah. Well, it's mad without leaving my house, but no, the people who like we've managed to get on there in it's just insane. It's like Mark, I know obviously you weren't so familiar with a lot of them, but CJ Wildheart, man, that's one of my idols.
Yeah.
As you know, I sat there doing the interview, and I'm so glad it was pre-recorded, because like I'm trying not to like act like a total fanboy, and the whole time I'm there going, that's CJ Wildheart. That's CJ Wildheart, man.
You're like,
oh, trust me. I mean, we're doing a show with them in August, dude. Like in Cardiff in Wales, and like I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to pick up a guitar in front of that guy. You know? I'm going like, I can play like one chord right now because you're so much better than me.
Just don't look at the stage. Don't look at the stage.
Yeah, but that means he's only listening to me then, which might well be worse. Just kick him out of his own
hire
show.
someone in the bar. Tell him, here, I'll buy you a pint if you take him to the washroom when we start our set. There you go. That's what you can do. You're like, I will buy you another pint of beer, whatever you want, and then you can just take him to the washroom while we start our set. There you go. Done.
Yeah, no, of course I want them to watch our set, because obviously, like, that's the Wildhearts, man. I'd kind of like their seal of approval in it, but no, doing the CJ interview was crazy, because like I remember I finally made the decision to do the chat show, rang Mark up, of course, got him involved, and went, right, I'm gonna just hit it and see who the hell I can get. And in the same day, I've messaged CJ because we've chatted a little bit on Facebook in the lead up to that, and I'm there thinking, oh, he's going to tell me to piss off, and he's got no reason to want to talk to me. But he had a solo album coming out called Siege. Anyone watching this, go and pick up Siege by CJ Wildheart. If you like your punk, this is like next level. Plus, also, if you don't like toilet paper hoarders, yeah, there's a song on there for you. But, I'm not going to give too much away, but it's brilliant. But yeah, literally 10 minutes later, he's messaging me back. Oh, thank you, brother. Cheers for like thinking of me with this. How and when do you want to do it? And I'm like, looking at this message, like, you what? You what? What? Why the shit does he want to talk to me? But no, like also Gizbutt, the original Prodigy guitarist.
Oh, geez, man. Wow.
Yeah, oh, trust me. Like, I knew you were a fan, Ryan. I was kind of thinking we should have got you in for that first episode, but...
Well, you know what? There's a certain point. I mean, I probably would have had to have turned you down. My life right now is I'm trying to work full time, be a musician, be a husband and a father. And do something like this. Something's got to give. And stepping in once in a while would be fine. But that's awesome. Seeing someone from the Prodigy, like an amazing, like industrial techno fusion band, like probably one of the bands that I could say was what inspired me to, I don't have to just be punk and I don't just have to be metal. I can like electronica, I can like everything, and I can just sort of shake it all up and see what comes out. Like,
just whack it in a blender. Whack it in a blender, Ryan.
Exactly. And like it took years for me to dissect, but like in the song Voodoo People, that weird sort of buzzy thing I didn't realize that was a jazz flute. Like it took years of like musical dissection to understand that. And then I heard it somewhere else in another song, like something similar. And I was like, that was the Voodoo People. Like my mind just went like.
I think our prolific questioner Shalem has just popped up in the comments, guys.
Actually, we'll get to that one. I think it's a question that Muttley has. Muttley is a regular viewer of the Madhouse. And he has a question which I think is for Ryan, because I think both me and Adam will answer this one. Sausage sarnie or bacon butty, Ryan?
See, I don't have a damn clue what either of those are. So my response to him in the comments was first one, then the other. Like I have no idea what I have no idea what I've replied to.
Sandwich. A sausage sandwich or a bacon sandwich.
Just fire him and get an English one, will you?
We'll get an English one. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Depending on the day, it would be first one, then the other. I mean, come on, I'm all done with that. I kind of figured that was it. But
hey, you can even combine them and stick an egg on the top. That was my answer.
Oh, there you go. That's my last meal. When I snap and kill someone, that's what I'm going to say. Okay, that's what I want. And fry an egg on top. I mean, I'm not long for the world anyways, so might as well. Let's.
Yeah. Okay, trust me. Like, if I'm on my deathbed and they're like, right, you've got a few hours. If you want a last meal, now's the time. Right, big, chunky bacon, sausage, and egg butty. Give it right now, loaded with cheese on the top.
Okay, I've got a recipe. I haven't tried it yet. I think it was Richard Hammond from Top Gear Grand Tour fame, and I really want to try this. It's toast, with Marmite on. Bacon.
It's returned.
Baked beans
Marmite
on top
with
a fried egg right at the very top there with the runny yellow. I've got to try that. That sounds great.
See, where you guys can't seem to get Marmite in Canada, you know, if my lot ever come on tour, like any customs agents, turn your ears off now. But I'm just going to have an extra suitcase full of freaking Marmite, and I'm going to be like, hey, bro, do you want to buy any Marmite in it? Yeah,
well, actually, we're okay now.
I got that high-grade Marmite in it.
Yeah, well, the drought is over. They do have it on the shelves now at Safeway.
Oh man, there goes my business idea, innit?
Yeah, and I bought a whole. I just cleared the shelf off when I saw it.
We got any questions from these lot in the comments, Mark?
Let's have a look. Too busy there. We got Oh, I'm way behind here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can start with the first one from Shalim. I have it queued up here. He says, "Lovely video for your new single. What's the inspiration for bending the knee? Is it Game of Thrones, or is it a commentary on current time, or something in between, maybe?"
Honestly, mate, if you were expecting some deep and meaningful current times explanation here, be sorely disappointed. It was Game of Thrones. But I tell you, the funny story about bending the knee, right, was I wrote it after watching season 8, and just in case anyone hasn't seen it, I'm not going to start giving spoilers. But basically, Kywin changes her hair, well, more often than the wind flipping changes. So at the time, well, not long after, she had blonde hair on the go. And one day, like, she was around mine, I'd had a couple of drinks. I took a look at her and I was like, that's a mini Daenerys Targaryen, mate. What's going on? And like, we jammed the song with her singing it. And I was just like, no, you're singing that. You're singing that. You know? And obviously, yeah, I take quite a leading role vocally on it as well. But that was kind of my whole premise behind it. I'm sorry it wasn't some deep and meaningful explanation. There's usually only a couple of things that kind of go into one of my written Hellcat songs. In any case, it's either something just very personal to me that I want to get across, or some kind of outlandish fantasy craziness, you know. Like, there's a couple of songs on the next album that like, which we have already started writing and recording. Like, I can't tell you too much, but like, there's one where I've been watching a lot of horror movies and I wanted to kind of play the bad guy in a song, which was quite a lot of fun to write, to be fair. That song will be very R-rated, shall we say.
So good. It's all good.
Okay, we do have a question from a Mr. T. Feasey. I'm assuming he's related. Ask Adam about Saxon in the Tent 2008 Download Festival.
Oh, okay. All right. Like this. Saxon hadn't played at Donington Park for... Dad, correct me in the comments. And but it must have been at least 20 years. Okay, they've been booked. It's been put on in the third stage tent, one of the smaller tents, and like as a fan, I would think Saxon should be up there on the main stage, but wasn't going to happen. And me and my dad have gone down there. There's a band called Johnny Truant playing. They were all right, not really my cup of tea, but the tent was not full at all. Look, like you could swing a very large cat in there, you know what I mean? And right before the Johnny Truant lads went off, it just started filling really fast. Saxon shirts everywhere. We were like, okay, what's going on here? Now, me and my dad have been to a lot of gigs, and usually he'll scarper at the first sign of a modern day mosh pit and leave me to it. They've come on, they've hit a new song called Attila the Hun. Biff has just gone, right, do you want a new song or an old song? They've all screamed old song, obviously. Hit Motorcycle Man, and I'm not even kidding you, boys. I've grabbed my dad's backpack and just go, oh, shit! Because about 4,000 people, like more than this tent is meant to hold, have just crushed forward. And for, it must have been about 45 minutes, was just pure insanity. Like, it's not very often a non-headlining band gets an encore, but Saxon got a song about Donington Park called And the Band's Played On. And people were like looking like they were going to riot if the guys didn't get let back on stage to play it. It was amazing. But yeah, that's the Saxon story.
So actually, inspiration coming from your from a comment from your dad there. Our good friend Angela R. Campbell, the Invisible Ma'am herself, as part of the Invisible Song Club, is asking, Adam, what is it like working with your dad? I think we've gotten a little bit there, but I think we've only sort of scratched the paint off. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I suppose he's the one drummer I've ever had that I know is going to show up every time. It's usually the freaking drummers.
That's high praise indeed.
Always the freaking drummers, man. It's always the drummers.
And but yeah, no, like trust. I mean, as much as I take the mick out of him a lot, he backs me with everything in it. So like, I can't complain really. At least he knows when to like just leave me the hell alone for a bit before a show or something. You know what I mean? Doesn't try causing a load of hassle for me. And again, usually the drummers that cause the freaking hassle.
Eddie, our friend Eddie Mole says your dad is also the driver, so that's another good reason to keep him.
Well, yeah, it does help. There you go. It does help that he knows how to drive a splitter van.
Where are you? Mole Man's not showing up on my comments here. Oh, Mole Man.
Wow, these lot are active tonight, boys. I tell you.
Yeah,
they're
definitely
awake.
are. No, it's good.
Okay, so
Keep
Shalem has
questions
a question
coming, people. I'm an open book when it comes to music.
Okay, so Shalem says, what are your goals at each of these stages for the upcoming album? Release week, 3 months after project drops, 12 months after the project drops. What do you have planned? What are your goals?
Well, there's only been little bits of that sort of thing discussed yet, but I can tell you that we are working on videos for every song. Now, a lot of these videos won't be fully public until after the album drops, but we are going to do a night's listening party in the couple of weeks leading up to it, where you're going to get to hear the whole album, see all the videos, and at the very least, I'm going to be on answering your questions. And as far as 3 months and 12 months, tour, really. Just go everywhere and anywhere that we can. Because that's what we do best. But there will be plenty of live stream content as well. I know I'm meeting up with Kyron next week to do a load of web content. Trust me, you're going to be reminded I'm here a lot. There's also going to be a 6-week pre-sale for the physical copies of the CD once the release date is confirmed, which means if you pay up for it ahead of time, you can guarantee that on the morning of the day it comes out, your letterbox will open and a copy of Claws Out will come through it.
Nice.
So, yeah, that honestly is as much as I can really tell you. I would tell you more. I simply don't know.
Excellent.
I can only kind of outline that.
Now, something I did laugh inappropriately while you were talking because of something Mr. Feasey Senior had said there.
I was laughing at that too.
Yeah,
I was laughing at that too.
I have actually wiped the singer's ass.
Just keep this in mind. Keep it. It's better to wipe your ass than to kiss it, right? So
read between the lines, dude. Read between the lines.
Oh, that did make me laugh. That was a funny one. Thanks, Tony. You're welcome back anytime.
We actually have another. We can line this up here real quick. Zoe Bruce is coming back with a question. It says, "How do you feel now from when you first started? Do you still like some of your first? My screen shifted. Do you like some of your first songs you did, and will you be doing any more older songs?"
You know what, Zoe? Considering you're someone that knows a lot, that's actually a very good question. There are a couple of older songs that we didn't decide to go forward with on Claws Out, but they have been recorded with the intention of going on the follow-up under the working title Catalyst at the moment, by the way, subject to change, of course. But as far as how I feel now, I feel so much more content and with the way things are. I feel like people actually take me seriously now, which is all I really want out of this. I just want to be recognized for all the work I've put in. And, Zoe, you probably do know a couple of these older songs already. Oh God, I've just seen that Wolfie's here in the comments as well. Oh, Wolf, man, what are you doing here?
Hey, Wolfie. Thanks for joining us.
So I gotta ask. Okay, so we've got the Mole Man, Eddie Mole. We've got Wolfie, and then we had, what was his name? Was it
Muttley.
There's some sort of like
none of them actually know each other. None of them actually know each other. It honestly complete coincidence. Eddie I've known for years, like through his work with the Angry Badgers.
And that is just the best name. That's so awesome.
And like I've run a couple of live streams for him. Like the last time he was on the Invisible Man, it was from my place, and like I was running all of his tech for him. Wolfie I've known for years because frankly we used to get mashed up together all the time. And Muttley I only have come across online like since all the lockdown stuff's happened, but he started following the band and he's been like a regular viewer on all our live stuff. He's going to come out to Cardiff in August when we play with the Wild Hearts, which is going to be awesome. Wolfie's apparently only just woken up. Get your ass out of bed, man. Come on.
Yeah, I was looking at the time. I'm assuming he's over that side of the pond. Like, 2:30.
Oh yeah.
He's
He's probably half an hour's walk from me.
So there you go. So 8:30, you just woken up.
Yeah. All right.
Anyhow.
Oh my.
So Shalim has an interesting question. And maybe this actually might be a good one for a round table, actually. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career?
My other kind of hobby, if you will. I play a lot of airsoft. It's like paintball, but with BB firing guns instead. And like I've done some bits of like marshalling games for people over the years. So like I don't know, I may have tried to go get a job like more permanently doing marshalling, because I basically get to live out everything I've wanted to see in a video game, but with guys actually shooting hard plastic at each other. Which, trust me, funny to watch.
And it hurts. It hurts. We had a place in Winnipeg here, with airsoft, and it bloody well hurts. And then you have the guys who use the supplied weapons, and then there's guys who have their own, and they're the jerks who have like propane filled ones, and it hurts even more.
Oh no, they banned everyone from using propane powered over here a few years back because
that's good.
The problem the problem was each magazine you fill with propane, the first shot, the limit is about 350 feet per second what you're allowed to be using. The problem is when you use propane, the first 1 to 3 shots come out of your weapon at like 750 FPS, which is just insane.
Well, that can cause injury and in rare
cases. I took one in the arm from a guy who was doing that a couple of years back, and it bled like hell, mate. Honestly, it was nuts. But yeah, no. But in answer to the question, I probably would have tried to. I would probably would have tried to get a job in that sort of field.
Yeah.
What about you, Per?
Mark, what would you do if you were?
Okay, well, I think as I was asking the question, as I read it in full, I realized, well, we've already had careers outside of music, but I because I've been involved with music and been performing and wanting to perform since I was 15. Everything I've done has always been a stopgap measure. And I know it's going to be really hard to. I think what I was expecting to do before I was 15 was to follow my dad into the dockyard and do an apprenticeship, do some engineering or into one of the aerospace industries and do an apprenticeship there, as us working class boys did then. Unfortunately, a certain politician with the blue rosette got in power, and all the funding was cut for the apprenticeships, and so that was taken away. So what ended up happening was just drifting for looking for something. So I think I probably would have been continued just doing that if I hadn't moved here and got into IT.
Okay.
Ryan?
I'm much the same. If I wasn't going to be doing some kind of music, I'd probably always have some kind of side hustle. Obviously very comfortable being in front of people, hosting, DJing, I don't know, whatever would just be something to not make me remember that I have to go to an 8 to 4 slog of a career. And you kind of try and pick something that you have to do for your day job that you can stand for 8 hours or 10 hours a day. But even that is just like, you reach a certain point and you're like, I'm done. I'm just going to not do this anymore. Or I need to focus on something else and need a reason to do something else. And I'm like Mark, I probably would have been in something IT or technical, or that's my background. I have some kind of specialized technician or trade. I don't know. Take your pick. Okay. Whatever makes it so that I can play music, and if I can shift to playing music full time or performing full time, then I'm fine with that. I had gone to art school thinking that I would get into graphic design and realize that it's just like, oh man, forget it. That's just, it's starve, and you have to carve your niche, and I wasn't willing to do that. And in between there was a marriage and a divorce, and like, so yeah.
Oh dear.
Exactly. So I'll just do whatever it is. I'll just keep rolling. Yeah. Okay. Got the heartbeat. We're still good.
Oh, that's cool. Any more audience questions?
Oh yeah, we got quite a few. Tony is asking, probably trying to put you in trouble. I don't know if Kaiwan's watching or not, but assume she isn't. So give us your honest opinion. How would you describe Kaiwan's voice and addition to the lineup?
Well, You all know her voice is absolutely insane. There's nothing I can even really say there. I just go, Kywin, sing that, and she'll sing it. Okay. As far as her being in the band, again, I've worked with a lot of people over the years that expect me to do all the heavy lifting, and Kai pulls her weight properly, as anyone in the band should. I don't think I've ever even really had a disagreement with Kai. So, yeah, no, probably the best thing I've ever done musically was taking Kai on. She also found us our current guitarist and keyboard player as well, which was a triple barrel bonus, really. But audience, keep the questions coming. Come on. Yep. I know you can do better than this.
And it's like, we're really it's been great having you on here, but Adam, I really was hoping that at some point Kywin would come and join you, even if she just joined on
I made her do nearly an hour's Q&A with fans last night. I wasn't going to.
I know, that's okay.
Yeah.
It would be nice. It'd be nice to see her see Kywin again, because that first show that you guys had on it was memorable, man. Like, I just remember listening to her voice, and it was just like,
trust me, bro. Trust me. I'm not even going to tell you, but me and Kai have discussed a little plan we've got for a little present for you two at some point. So just you wait on that one. But there's a couple more from Shalene here.
Yep. But before that, though, on topic, Zoe Bruce says Kywin's voice is out of this world. Actually, she's the only female singer I love, as Adam knows. Figured that was on topic. We'll get that first.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah. So what is Shalene was asking? What is the most trouble you've ever gotten into?
Probably nearly getting arrested outside a Black Label Society show because I was way too drunk to be anywhere other than my bed. But the most funny kind of, well, not really trouble, but situation I end up getting in is Download Festival a couple of years ago. Okay. Our campsite is about probably over a mile's walk from the festival village, and I always go up to the festival village with a bag full of beers, and I just wander around, seeing the sights, meeting people, and getting hammered, really. Decide I'm going to walk back to our campsite, and decide that a bottle of wine out of the festival shop's a good idea. It wasn't a good idea, let me just say that. I remember walking partway back, and there was this fence along the side of the road you got to walk down. Obviously, pedestrianised road. I'm not going to get run over or nothing. But I sat down thinking, I just need a break for a minute. Falling asleep. 3 hours goes by. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and these two guys are shaking me away like, "Brother, you all right? You cool, yeah?" And I just sat up, and I'm still hammered at this point. Just yeah, I'm cool, man. And I should probably get back to my tent though. And Shalem, I am going to be doing a new radio show with 99 WNRR. That's all I can tell you right now. Hellcats things are kind of delaying the start of that, and I only want to start it once I can do it really well. But things have been worked on. That's all I can really say on that one.
Right, yeah. I'm not sure if everyone got the gist of that. The question was about a radio show that was in discussion in the previous show.
Yeah.
That Adam was going to be working on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was the next one I had lined up too. Right. We've got let's do a couple more questions, and then we'll play the song. We'll play the video.
Right. I got one. I got another one here from Shalem here. If you're ready there, Mark, I can rattle this one off.
Yeah.
Has your musical journey had it been a deliberate has it been a deliberate direction, or has it simply gradually evolved in whatever direction it found?
I mean, I've explained to you lot before about the story of my first gig. Going to see Status Quo at Warwick Castle. Obviously, I knew I wanted to do rock. I wanted to do some stuff with heavy, overdriven guitars and absolutely blasting your face off. But my music kind of took many different branches within that. Like I discovered a love for things like rap metal, for example, bands like Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit and stuff like that. Love things like pop punk, like Green Day and Blink-182 and the Wild Hearts. So it's kind of it's kind of an amalgamation of all that, really.
And that's a fair answer. In fact, a lot of times we'll make a decision, say, "Oh yeah, we want to be this," and then turn into that, right?
Well, yeah, it's like when Claws Out comes out, you'll really see throughout the album the different strands it kind of weaves through, and it really does kind of keep you guessing for a lot of it.
Excellent. One more question before we go to the song. Zoe Bruce asks, if you weren't a massive rocker, what music would you be into?
Hard to answer. Probably hip hop or jazz, honestly, or blues. Who's like, I used to play clarinet in a school jazz band, and some people say I was somewhat all right at it, although I kind of question their sanity. And there's a lot of older hip hop that I like. A lot of the modern stuff kind of goes straight over my head. Yes, Dad, of course I would listen to ABBA. Come on, if you don't like ABBA, you don't like music. It's simple as that.
Yeah. All money. Yeah, right. Okay.
Mama.
I think there's a natural pause there. Let's go straight into the theatre there, and we'll play the song. Just a reminder to Adam and Ryan: mute your mics or be quiet. Okay, here we go. There you have it. Excellent.
Right on. And we're still back on the air. We have not been hit by the algorithm.
We were really terrified we might get cut off by the algorithms, and sure enough, we got through the whole song. So, fingers crossed.
So, Shalene put out another great comment as always, and I think we should do this one as a round table. All right.
Okay.
So I'll start us off here, but I'm going to answer it by asking the question. You'll see what I mean. All right. So, you have like any like youthful talents or something? Yeah. You like sing in the shower? What songs?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my useless talent. I can do stupid cartoon impressions. There you
go. Like a useless talent. I mean, I suppose kind of what we talked about earlier with my other hobby, playing airsoft. Like, it's not something I'm ever really going to make money by playing airsoft. There isn't even a professional league or anything for it yet, but I can usually sneak around someone and pop a BB in the back of their head. and as far as singing in the shower, yes, and at the moment it's usually been anything off of the Massive Wagons album House of Noise.
I was expecting ABBA, dude. I was expecting ABBA.
No, mate, you got to check out Massive Wagons. First band in at least 5 years to get a rock album, like a proper rock album in the UK album top 10, and it's an incredible record, honestly.
Well, Tony says your useless talent, Adam, is that he has now learned to throw up outside his own tent.
Oh, fuck off with the festival stories, will ya? No. Basically, I'm not really much of a drinker most of the year. Download comes around, and I turn into a raging alcoholic for 5 days, basically. And usually, I don't know how much camping either of you have ever done, but you know how in a small tent, if it's sunny the next morning, your tent turns into an utter sauna real quick, so there's been a lot of mornings at Download where I've been practically ripping the front of my tent open just to spew outside. Like, link doesn't work.
Yeah. So I just want to tell everybody there is a link. The DistroKid links with all the various platforms. The link is in the description to this video. So if that doesn't work, go try that one, and you'll be able to buy the CD. That we've got the video link is in there as well. So
it's also on Bandcamp as well.
Yep. So there you go. We should have lots. Should have lots of options there to find where you can buy it and watch the video.
We still haven't heard Mark's useless talent yet.
Oh yeah. Go on, Mark.
I don't know if you can see it, but if I come too close, it won't work. But I can make my eyes shake. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Oh man! What are you doing, man?
And I can move my ear. There we go. That's it. There we go.
Bro, I didn't come on your show to get given nightmares, man.
Can you wiggle your nose? I found that gets my daughter's attention. She doesn't want to listen and be like, Evelyn, look at Daddy. and it's like, and
now do your homework. Like,
if I really want to stop, I just do this to her.
Oh, you're scaring me. You're scaring me. What are you doing?
Yes.
You lot in the comments, come help me. Like, come and beat these people up. They're scaring me.
And I there's one more thing. I think I want to do this one. I can make my eyes move independently. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. There we go. There we go. I figured we've already hit rock bottom already. We couldn't get any.
Yeah,
wouldn't have made
I was going to see if I could follow that up, but I was like, you know what? We don't need to dig. We're at the bottom. We're good.
Oh.
We're good.
The Invisible Man Show. Bottom of the barrel.
Okay,
So
there's actually a serious question here if I can find it. Was from Shalim. Has your musical journey had a deliberate?
Oh, we did that. We did that prior.
Oh, we did that one. I was paying attention.
Yes, we did.
What was the answer?
We did.
Well,
No.
I was obviously busy.
It was a bit. It was a bit like that, really.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I obviously I don't care about my guests, so I don't listen to their answers.
Oh yeah, Mark, come on! Like I already knew that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have signed up.
Yeah, because I'm not doing 1,000 things behind the scenes.
Man.
Right?
I thought you loved me.
We love you in the sense
love
that
you dearly. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, there was a serious question. That I think
Well, he's asking now. Did you play clarinet in school because all the cool instruments were taken, or did you choose that one?
If I'm completely honest, right, I don't actually remember how I ended up playing clarinet. I did see that my mum was here earlier, and Mum, if you're still here, was that your decision or was that mine? Because I remembered hating the damn thing and wanting to wrap it around a lamppost after a couple of years, especially once I learned that electric guitars were a thing. I was like, this sounds nastier. I want to play this. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go for the less cool instruments, there's way more instruments less cool than the clarinet.
Yeah. I mean, I could have been a triangle player or something.
No, there's a level of coolness there. You know, you just hang around for that one note where you go ding, and you stand there for another 5 minutes. That's cool. That's cool.
Looking cool.
I have fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. You could have been a cowbell player. Now, I want you to go back, and we'll play it again, but this time, more cowbell. I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Well, actually, there's kind of a funny one there in relation to the album. There is a song on there. Won't tell you what it's called, but it has all the cowbell you could ever want.
Nice.
I believe my thirst may be slated for the cowbell.
I'll send you a preview of it, Ryan.
I think Shalim's making. I don't know if he's serious or he's mocking you, but hysterical show. Great impersonations by Ryan. Here we are.
Settle down there, Shalim. Yeah. Settle down. Hey, I am the great Cornholio.
Oh, I shouldn't have started him off.
Sorry.
Otherwise, I'll get into my. Oh, he froze.
I don't
Perfect.
know why I was link surfing on, like, you know, because you get you go through those things where you have like YouTube. You're like, okay, I'm going to watch these channels that I watch, and then you just pick on underneath there. And I rolled up on something I hadn't seen in a couple of years, and it was like 101 facts that you didn't know about Beavis and Butthead. That's just been on my mind for the last couple of days. And so, like, I've been doing everything because I have to be professional at work, right? So I'm like, everything. Like, you know, your response is like, yes, I know you have to do this and we have to do this because we have a building that we have to commission. It's like, way to go, asswipe. Like, you know, you want to just be a smart ass, but you can't, right? So this is my outlet. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being so kind. Shalim, he picked it out, the walking, yeah.
And on that,
it was the cowbell, right? He goes, L.
So, and on that high note, he says, trying to end the show desperately. I think we're at the top of the hour. So thank you very much for everybody for watching. If you want to find out more about Adam and the Hellcats, please look at the description in the stream. If you're on Facebook, look up at the description. YouTube, look down. And if you want to, and yeah, obviously you can actually go and subscribe to the Adam and the Hellcats YouTube, and follow the Facebook and all those other things. So thank you very much, Adam, once again for joining us, and I'm sure you will be on again very soon.
No worries.
Guaranteed he'll be on very soon.
Oh yeah. Look, when the album comes out, I'll make sure we do a special little episode. Oh, hello.
You say hi. You say hi, Mr. Adam. Hi, Mr. Mark.
Hi, the millions of viewers.
Okay, you gonna go down?
Okay, so thanks again, Adam, and we will catch everybody next week. We have a special show next week. It's actually my old band from the 1980s in the UK called Trademark. I know there's another band called Trademark, but we were called Trademark first. We're doing a bit of a reunion on the show, talk about the old days. So it'll be Gavin George, Simon, and Steve, who are 2 drummers, not at the same time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure they got some stories to tell that I've forgotten. So tune in next week on the Invisible Man Show. And of course, we'll be releasing the guests are for Madhouse a little bit later. I don't think anything's lined up right yet.
That will be announced on Monday. The next guests for Welcome to the Madhouse this Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time and 2 p.m. Canadian time.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Cheers, y'all.
Oh,